What is going on, legends? It is your boy King Arn, and this is where you can find the finest tips on making you an improved Apex Legends player. In this video, I will cover how to break out of silver in Apex Legends ranked. And if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Much love to you guys. Otherwise, let's get right into the video. Hello legends, are you guys struggling to getting promoted out of silver and get into that gold rank? I recently just hit pred from the last split and decided to help out a couple of my friends climb in ranked. I did have to make a Smurf account because they were having trouble climbing, just like some of my subscribers. In the comment sections below, you guys have been requesting this video, so I did make this for you guys. So don't hate on me for smurfing in these ranks, because without me playing in this elo, there's no possible way I would be able to come up with these tips. But I figured out some solid tips for you guys. What I noticed right off the bat while playing with these low ranks was it really felt like a public lobby, as you barely lose any points playing in this elo. Only losing 10 to 20 RP a game is really no stress to play in silver, as if you were playing in a Predator lobby, you would lose 60 RP right off the bat. Now, I'm not bragging or anything, but when you play a Predator lobby, you take it a lot more serious, because you really don't want to lose 3 games in a row. Essentially, that is 180 RP down the drain. So that brings me with my first tip, which is playing the end game. Playing the end game in a Predator lobby is so important, because that's how we get our max points. So if you guys can convert that into the lower elo and try placing that top 3 or top 2 or getting the champion squad win, you will see yourself winning a lot more points and climbing out of that silver rank. Also, placing with the top 5 squads left, you will see yourself earning a lot more points than dying with more than 10 squads left. I say this because once you have survived the 10 squads or half the lobby getting wiped, Respawn rewards you with 10 RP. And also an additional RP until you get to 2 squads remaining. So sometimes just staying alive until there's about 5 squads left, you will see yourself winning a lot more RP than usual. So play for that endgame. It is also a good habit to make it to the endgame, as the higher elo you achieve, the endgame becomes very crucial to gaining RP. Like I said, in those Predator lobbies, you really need to get those top 5 or top 3 even to get point. So loot up and avoid fighting that mid game, because what you have to keep in mind is when you fight in the mid game, especially in this new map for the split Kings Canyon, there will be a lot of 4th or 5 parties coming your way, and if you decide to third party a team, it can probably absolute warfare. But if you guys do need additional loot for the end game, you and your team need to strategize how to take out a team very quickly without any of you guys going down. Keep that in mind as well. Everybody on your squad needs to stay alive. Do not go down, so you can be prepared for those third parties coming. It won't happen every time, but there's a real good chance that a team has heard you fight and might decide to come your way, especially in Kings Canyon, as it's a lot smaller map and people can hear you fight from literally anywhere. Another thing is that there's not that much loot on this map, so people will always be rotating for loot, so them hearing gunshots will definitely attract them to come your way. Just be prepared as a team for those multiple squads that will be coming your way. Okay legends, moving on to the next tip. Alright legends, for the second tip I have is getting the early kills. This is very crucial as well, and your team can get those points to get positive RP starting the match, especially in the silver elo. But before getting those early kills, make sure you and your team have the best legends to play in ranked. Like I said, play for the end game so you can receive your maximum RP in your games. Something like a Wraith or a Path is necessary in Kings Canyon, as it will make it a lot easier to rotate 2 circles or get a person on your team that is knocked away from the fight for a quick revive. Another legend that's very crucial is Gibby, as he gives you a dome for those open fight engages and also helps protect the team from airstrike ultimates and also can revive teammates a lot quicker. A nice combo would be a Wraith portal into a Gibby bubble for the res. And lastly, this is totally up to the player, but a Caustic is really good on the team depending on what playstyles you guys like to play. But if you're going for wins, most circles do end in buildings, and Caustic is absolute god for that. Caustic can lock down houses and buildings for your team with his traps. You will see nobody wants to push a Caustic inside of a building, as his traps deal damage and slow enemies with no vision. So coming to those end circle, he is probably the best legend to dominate that. As well as the final ring, he can drop his gas all over the final circle and possibly get you guys that champion squad win. Any of these legends are crucial, but you need at least 2 of these legends to succeed in this elo in order to gain and level up quickly in that silver rank. Keep in mind, when going for these early kills, stick together as a team and kill one person at a time when you are landing. This way you can use all utilities within a team to thirst that kill and take his loot, as this is very important for those early game kills. Also, make sure everyone is communicating with each other to make sure everyone is on the same page and you guys are all dealing damage to that one person at the same time. Communication is most important to dominate those early game kills. So if you have someone on the team that isn't communicating well, hype them up and tell them to start getting involved in the game, as this is a big game changer when playing Apex Legends ranked. So stick together and as a team decide what enemies you guys want to take out first, and communication and move like a unit, and you'll see yourself having more success with those early game kills. A side tip to have when landing on a team is trying to take out the most easy target. Something like a Caustic or a Gibraltar running out in the middle of the field will probably be the best to take out first, as a Path can just grapple away and a Wraith can phase out and hide in corners and make it difficult for you to finish the kill. Okay, moving on to the final tip. All right, legends, for the final tip I have is using ultimates to get the best position possible in the game. Now, when you have a Path or a Wraith and the game is coming to those final circles, it is absolutely mandatory for your team to keep that high ground. This is very important. Maintaining that high ground will give you the highest chance possible to become the champion squad, I promise you. Whether it's on top of a rock or a building looking down at the battleground, this gives your team a lot of options. 1, do you guys let the teams fight it out and play for the last squad and secure the win? Or do some of your teammates still need RP before the game does end? Discuss this with one another and see if your teammates are at max points or not. Or do they need that 2 or 3 kills before the game does end for their maximum RP? Help each other out, as assist helps your teammates out as well. So once you have 5 assists, you essentially have gained maximum RP in Apex Legends ranked. And also, like I said in previous videos, get used to playing that end game and get familiarized with those end circles so you and your teammates can predict those ending circles for each Apex Legends ranked match you guys play. This is something very useful as a squad if you have someone that knows exactly where the circle is going to end. This way you guys can get the best position possible. So grinding out ranked is very important, as you will be coming across multiple circles and you will see where the game ends. So this is why I say play for the end game, especially when you get to those higher elos like gold and platinum and diamond. The end game is very important. So get used to playing in that end game so you guys can succeed on climbing these ranks. Okay, legends, thank you so much for watching my video, as I hope it did help you out. If you guys have any comments, leave them down in the comment sections below. And if you guys did enjoy the video and it did help you out, drop a like on it, as it will be much appreciated. And before ending, if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And it's been your boy King Aaron, man, and I'm out, man. Peace. Catch you guys. Go deep, I OD on them. Apply pressure, put heat